So, hi class. This is now the next topic sa ating analysis of beams. So, recall lang natin, last time, ang pinag-usapan natin is the internal loading at any point of the beam. So, ano yung shear, at the same time, kung ano yung moment at specific point na nasa span ng biga natin. So, ngayon, ang next topic natin will be the shear and moment function. So, this is again a 3-part video kasi ay 4-part pala to because I prepare for examples for you to further understand this topic sa structural theory. So, ang sa akin lang, if you understand one example, so you may now, pwede ka nang mag-stop na manood ng remaining, but if you need another example, so my videos are freely available naman here in YouTube, no? So, okay na? Start na tayo, no? Sige. So, shear and moment function tayo. So, what is a shear and moment functions, class? So, sige. By definition, the shear and moment functions are mathematical equations that describe the shear and bending moment at x distance from the left end of the beam. Gusto ko lang i-emphasize dito, class, yung word na ginamit, no? From the left end. Doon sa kaliwang dulo. So, from the x distance daw. So, in other words, when we say function sa algebra natin or sa elementary mathematics natin, when we say function, yun yung mga function of x is equal to some sort of variables na may x. So actually class, ito yun mismo. So we are now creating a mathematical function that describes the shear and the moment at any point of the beam where x, so yung distance niya is x from the left end. So gagawa tayo dito class ng function. Okay? So, yun yung gagawin natin. So, wala naman na dito masyadong mahaba-habang introduction para mas maintindihan nyo. Let's solve one example. So, this example class is, litan ko lang tong no? Sobrang laki pala. Okay. So, this example, no? Establish the shear and moment function of the beam shown below. Determine the shear and bending moments at A, B, and C using the shear and moment functions. So, kung maalala nyo class, ito yung example 1 natin doon sa internal loadings, no? So, kumbaga, para mas madali, kinumamon ko na lang, pinarehas ko na lang. So, ngayon, ito yung example 1 natin doon nga sa internal loadings. Ang gagawin natin, i-create natin daw yung shear and moment function. At the same time, hahanapin natin yung shear saka yung moment at A, B, and C. So, using now the function na madederive natin ngayon. So, handa na ba tayong matuto? So, I hope no, handa na tayong lahat. So, this time, punta tayo sa ating Microsoft OneNote. Okay? So, sige. So, ayan siya. So, therefore, simulan agad natin class yung solution. So of course, based doon class sa ating computation nung nakaraan, no, yung reaction doon sa dalawang supports ay both 45 kilonewtons, okay? So para hindi na tayo mag-compute ng statics, no, alam naman na natin that the reactions in those supports are 45, sorry. So ilagay na natin yon. Yung nandito, this is what? 45 kilonewtons. On the other hand, so this is 45 kilonewtons. Okay. So ang pag-establish class ng shear and moment function is pipili ka lang ng random point dito sa ating beam. Okay, no? So this one kasi napaka-basic lang naman nito class. Example pa lang naman to para mas maintindihan nyo muna for beginners kung ano yung ibig sabihin ng shear and moment function. But for later examples, nandoon na class yung idea ng mga discontinuous functions kasi depende yon sa behavior ng mga loads sa beam. But for the meantime, this is a very simple load class kasi kung mapapansin nyo, all throughout the span, uniform load. So, napakasimpleng example lang dito class. So, ang gagawin natin dito class is pipili ka lang ng any random point sa span. Yun lang talaga. Pupili ka ng any random point. So, let's say, ito yung napili mo. Okay? So, yan lang class yung napili mo. And therefore, ikakat mo siya. Kaya lang, wala tayo ditong specific distance, no? wala dyan specific distance na nakalagay. So, hindi siya sa A, hindi siya sa B, hindi siya sa C. Basta nga, uulitin ko, any random point ang pipiliin nyo. So, therefore, kung napili mo na yan, ang gagawin mo na lang class is ikakat mo. So, from the definition class, always choose the left, no? Dito, no? Distance from the left end. So, always choose the left cut. Kahit gaano pa yan ka layo from the left end. So, dapat ang piliin nyo pa rin class is itong nasa kaliwa. Okay? So, therefore, dahil doon, ang gagawin na lang natin is, sige, wait lang Sabihin na natin, ito yung napili natin, no? Kinat ko na siya using snipping tool kasi parehas lang naman yun. So, therefore, ile-label na natin to as considering the left section. So, considering the left section nga. So, lagay na natin siya ngayon. So, ito na class ang nakat natin kanina. So, tanggalin natin tong A kasi hindi naman yan kailangan. Tanggalin natin tong B. Tanggalin natin to. Tanggalin natin to. Okay? And of course, yung reaction nga dito is ilan nga yun? 45 kilonewtons. So, dito, pinili mo class itong portion na to bilang hahatiin natin. So, sa pagkakataong yan, tatawagin natin class na yung distance nitong point na ito from the left end, always choose the left end. So, nagkataon na dito yung kaliwang dulo. So, tatawagin natin yon as X. So, hindi siya 2 meter, hindi siya 3 meter, kundi X siya. So, ganun yung mangyayari. On the other hand, class, no, ang shear nga natin kapag left, pababa ito. So, tatawagin ko tong V of X. And yung moment natin is counterclockwise. Tatawagin ko to as moment of X. So, literal na nagke-create na tayo ng function. And para mahanap mo class yung function natin, all you need to do is to take summation of forces vertical and summation moment equals 0. So, halimbawa, summation forces vertical tayo equals 0. So, that is literally up equals down. So, ititreat mo lang class itong X as a measurement of distance. Parang kung paano mo tinitreat yung 2 meters, yung 1 meter, yung 3 meter nung nakaraang lecture videos natin. So, ganoon lang ang process natin dito. So, halimbawa, di ba, pag nag-summation forces vertical tayo equals 0, so up equals down. So, ang mangyayari, ang upward lang natin based dito is alin? Di ba yung 45? So, yung 45 lang ang upward. And that is equal to, ano yung downward? So, meron tayong uniform load class na 15 kN per meter, pero may distance siya na X, o yung span niya is X. So, nung nakaraan, di ba ito, ginagawa natin siyang 2, kaya ang ginagawa mo, 15 times 2. So, para ka lang naman na, ang treatment mo kay X is, again nga, measurement of distance. Kaya ang mangyayari is 15 times X. So, yun. Downward kasi to, di ba? So, ganun na. Automatic 15 times X na to. Tapos, yung Vx natin is nasa baba. So, V of X siya. And therefore, i-isolate mo class itong V of X. So, therefore, class, ang mangyayari, ang V of X natin is equal to 45 minus 15x. And ito na class ang tinatawag natin na shear function. So, bakit siya natawag na function? So, from the word itself, mathematically speaking, so this shear is a function of x, where x is the distance from the left end. So, ganito class ang gustong sabihin ng shear function. In the same logic, ganun din ang mangyayari sa moment function. So, summation, moment at tawagin ko yung point natin class ito as x, no? Summation, moment at x is equal to 0. So, therefore, that is what? Clockwise moment equals to counterclockwise moment class. And again, katulad na nung nakaraan, so yung 45 kN from point x, clockwise siya, and ang kanyang moment arm is x. So, yun, yung x natin is a measurement of distance. So, therefore, magiging 45 times x siya. And that is equal to So, dito naman tayo kay 15 kilonewton per meter, no? So, that is alam natin na magiging 15x to, 15 times x dahil counterclockwise siya. But, remember this, kung nandito yung center of gravity nito, so kung ito yung center of gravity niya, class, so alam nyo na ang mangyayari, since ano lang siya, triangle, so this is x over 2. Kalahati siya ng x. So therefore, automatic, yung moment arm natin, nitong 15 times x, ay magiging 1/2 ng x. So, di ba? Ganito yung tamang pag-create ng shear and moment function. And therefore, since yung m of x mismo, class, is a counterclockwise moment, so kasama siya. And i-arrange mo lang yan, 45x equals 15 divided by 2, no? 7.5 x squared plus moment of x. So, i-isolate mo lang yung m of x. So, therefore, class, ang moment at x is equal to 45x minus 7.5 x squared. So, literally speaking, class, ito na ang moment function natin sa beam natin. And when I say moment function, yun na nga, that is, class, a mathematical function na nagre-represent sa shear and moment ng beam. So, pwede pala natin, class, no, imbis na ihatiin natin any point, pwede pala natin magawa ng equation yung shear and moment at any point of the beam. Okay? So, ito na agad, class, ang sagot natin. The shear at x is 45 minus 15x and the moment at x is 45x minus 7.5 x squared. So, yun na. Meron na agad tayong shear and moment function. So, ang tanong na lang dito, so what will be the shear and moment at A? Kasi di ba no, determine the shear and bending moment at A, B, and C, class using the shear and moment functions. So, kung nakaraan, kung mapapansin nyo, ang ginawa muna natin doon nung nakaraan, class, ito yung ano ko, no, solution ko sa last natin, lesson. Hinati ko muna siya, hinati ko at A, hinati ko at B, and hinati ko pa at C para mahanap. Sa pagkakataong ito, class, ang gagawin mo lang, literal lang na isa-substitute mo yung values ng x. Okay? So, sige. Simulan na natin kung paano natin hahanapin yung shear and moment at A. So, at A, class, di ba? Kung papansinin nyo dito, yung distance ng A, class, from the left end ay 2 meters. Gaano ba kalayo yung A from the left end? Kasi nga, by definition, when we say x, x is the distance from the left end of the beam. So, therefore, kung gusto mong mahanap yung shear and moment at A, ang gagawin nyo lang, isa-set nyo yung x equals 2 meters. Kasi yun yung distance ng A from the left end. So, ayun, clear tayo dun, no? So, ilagay ko, set x is equal to 2 meter. So, therefore, pwede na natin, class, mahanap na yung shear of A is equal to shear at x is equal to 2. And kung nakikita nyo, na-derive na natin yung equation yan. So, ito siya, di ba? So, V of x equals 45 minus 15x. So, therefore, 45 minus 15 times 2. And all you need to do is to substitute those values, mahahanap mo 15 kilonewtons. So, ganun lang siya. On the other hand, para mahanap mo yung moment ng A, hanapin mo lang yung moment at x is equal to 2. So, therefore, isa-substitute mo lang, class, yung 2 dito sa na-derive natin na moment function. So, that will be equal to 45 times 2 minus 7.5 times 2 squared. Ayan. So, therefore, lagay natin 45 times 2 minus 7.5 times 2 squared. So, ang sagot natin ay 60 kilonewton meter. So, compare nga natin siya, class, no? Compare nga natin siya doon sa naging sagot natin kanina. Oops! Yung shear at A natin is 15 kilonewton. Tapos, yung moment at A natin, class, ay 60 kilonewton meter. And kung papansinin nyo, ngayon, yung nahanap natin, class, is just the same. So, parehas na parehas lang. Kasi nga, nagbe-base lang naman tayo sa iisang principle, yung equations of equilibrium. So, di hamak na mas madali naman na ito as compared doon sa pinagagagawa natin doon sa last video. So, anyway, i-continue natin to at B. So, this time at B, balik tayo sa PowerPoint. Gaano ba kalayo yung B? Remember this, ha? Gaano ba kalayo yung B from the left end? So, from the left end, no? So, kung 2 meter, tapos dito class is 1 meter na rin to, malamang, iseset mo class na yung value ng x natin at B is 3 meters. So, therefore, at B, ulitin natin, iseset natin at x is equal to 3 meter. So, therefore, isulat natin siya, yung shear at B is equal to shear at x is equal to 3. So, therefore, magiging 45 minus 15 times 3. So, therefore, 45 minus 45 is 0. On the other hand, ang moment at B natin is equal to moment at x is equal to 3. So, that is equal to 45 times 3 minus 7.5 times 3 squared. Okay? So, ayan, substitute mo lang siya. 45 times 3 minus 7.5 times 3 squared. Ang sagot natin, class, ay 67.5 kilonewton meter. So, ayan siya, 67.5 kilonewton meter. So, i-check ko ulit, class, kasi baka malay natin, mali siya. So, from the last solution natin, ito yung solution natin, no, summary. Shear at B is 0, moment at B is 67.5 kilonewton meter. So, may tama ka na naman ulit. So, kasi nga, magtaka ka kung magkaiba sila ng value, which is dapat hindi pwede. Okay? So, para matapos na natin itong problem na to, tapusin na natin siya at C. Siyempre, ang gagawin nyo lang, set x is equal to, balikan natin tong problem. Uulitin ko ang x palagi, class, ay yung distance from the left end. So, ngayon, ito yung left end natin, di ba? This is the left end. So, gaano siya kalayo? Gaano kalayo yung C? So, sa pagkakataong ito, 2 plus 1 plus 2, that is 5 meters. So, therefore, lalagay natin siya, set x equals 5 meters. All you need to do is to substitute 5 sa shear of C, which is shear at x equals 5. So, that is equal to 45 minus 15 times 5. And kapag kinalculator mo yan, no, kahit kaya mo naman siyang i-mental calculation, so the answer is negative 30 kilonewtons. Likewise, ang moment at C is equal to moment at x equals 5. So, therefore, that is 45 times 5 minus 7.5 times 5 squared. So, ayan yung magiging sagot. 45 times 5 minus 7.5 times 5 squared. So, the answer is 37.5 kilonewton meter. Confirm natin kung parehas siya, class, doon sa ginawa natin sa last discussion. Yung shear at C is negative 30 and yung moment at C is 37.5. So, yes, nakatatlo na tayo. Tama. So, ayan, ganun lang siya, class, kadali. So, therefore, i-summarize na natin to. So, summary. Ba't ako nagdo-double R sa summary, no? So, summary, class, ang mangyayari, so, yung shear at X is equal to 45 minus 15x, while yung moment at X is equal to 45x minus 7.5x squared. So, may shear of x na tayo and may moment at x. On the other hand, yung shear of A natin, na-compute na natin yon as ilan siya? 30 kilonewtons. Moment at A, na-compute na natin siya, class, as 60 kilonewton meter. Yung shear at B, na-compute na natin at 0. Yung moment at B, na-compute na natin at 67.5 kilonewton meter. So, lastly, yung shear at C is negative. Yung shear at A pala is 15 lang to. Diba? Yung shear at C is negative 30 kilonewton and yung moment at C is equal to 37.5 kilonewton meter. So, ito na, class, ang sagot natin sa ating discussion. So, ayan. I-box na lang natin siya. And, yun. I hope, no, this video, naintindihan nyo yung example natin and I hope na-gets nyo yung concept, class, ng shear and moment function. Basta tandaan nyo, when we say shear and moment function, literal lang siyang mathematical equation na nagre-represent ng mga values ng shear and moment at x distance from the left support. So, i-end ko na tong video natin, class. And the next examples will be after, please play the next example after this one. So, thank you so much and bye-bye!